It's no secret that 2006's Sonic the Hedgehog was an unmitigated disaster. Serving as the 15th anniversary of the iconic Sonic, most fans were expecting a big to-do with Sonic the Hedgehog and expected that Sonic team would, put some effort in. But then November 14th, 2006 arrived, and everyone witnessed a complete horror show. Name's Dave with WatchMojo, and today we're here to explain what happened to Sonic the Hedgehog 2006. Before we continue, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. You have the option to be notified for occasional videos or all of them. If you're on your phone, make sure you go into your settings and switch on notifications. I don't care what some of you fans say, Sonic 06 wasn't just bad, it was dreadful. A frustrating camera, horrible controls, and seamlessly endless glitches and bugs were just a few debilitating issues. I mean, let's be honest, it was universally critically panned, and Sega was forced to make some serious damage control. So no, it's not a good game. To those Sonic fans who say it's still a good game, no, you are wrong.
Sonic, if you leave here to go on another adventure, remember this place.
Definitely.
This game, along with other Sonic titles that received middling Metacritic scores, were eventually delisted in 2010. According to Sega's former president of Europe, Jorgen Burst, this was done to, quote, increase the value of the Sonic brand. I mean, it was like the game never existed.
It's alright.
But what exactly happened? How did a highly anticipated AAA release of one of gaming's most iconic mascots turn into such a PR nightmare? Well, let's take a look. One of the major contributors to this tragedy was, ironically, Sonic Team's lack of team-based mentality. The team was totally fragmented and had constantly shifting leadership, and therefore a shifting direction. The game's first director, then head of Sonic Team and lead programmer of the original Sonic series, Yuji Naka, left the company midway through development to start his own game company, Probe. In an interview with Game Developer magazine, Naka stated his reason was that he wanted to go back to being part of the development process as opposed to a management role. Thus, Sonic Team lacked a leader, and other core personnel behind the classic games had long moved on from the company.
The day of disaster. Here are my records of this event.
Here's the thing though, on the surface, Sonic 06 actually had potential. The Havoc engine promised a different Sonic experience, and with the engine becoming a popular development tool within the industry, mainly due to its physics engine, Sonic Team wanted to capitalize on the technology. This allowed for a greater range and variety of physics-based gameplay mechanics, as well as larger and more detailed levels and the ability to navigate multiple paths with next-gen hardware. Technological leaps aside, the company was also returning to the old-school Sonic roots, which greatly excited longtime fans of the series. This change in direction was in response to criticism received from the team-based Sonic Heroes and the edgelord central, Shadow the Hedgehog. To do this, the producers decided to reintroduce speed and branching pathways as the most important gameplay mechanics. This was a Sonic anniversary, and on paper, a commemoration done right, a celebration of the series past, and an introduction to new and exciting technological leaps that should have helped ferry the franchise into the future. But as we stated earlier, the boss left to form his own company, after which Yojiro Ogawa took over the reins as the game's director.
There's still a way to change this.
And then, Nintendo sent Sega the first ever software development kits for the Wii, at the time still called the Revolution, and it made things even worse. Sonic the Hedgehog 2006 was designed exclusively for the new batch of 7th generation consoles, and the team tailored the game and its technological leaps with the expected power. The development kits were not what Sega and Sonic Team were expecting. Reliance on motion detection aside, the Wii was far less powerful than the Xbox 360 and the PlayStation 3. Thus, their title would not be able to run on Nintendo's new system, at least without not completely reworking the game. But given the overwhelming pre-release hype, Sega didn't want to pass up on the Wii, so they decided to split up the already struggling Sonic team in two. One half continued to tackle Sonic 06, while the other half, including director Ogawa, broke off to develop what would eventually be known as Sonic and the Secret Rings for the Wii. The strategic move ensured that Sonic had a Wii release, but it also left Sonic 06 with a painfully small development team.
This is all so confusing.
With its director now on another title, Shun Nakamura was now appointed as Sonic 06's director. with only months on hand before the game scheduled to be released, and only half a team. Yeah, I think it's safe to say no one would want to be in his shoes. A lack of consistent leadership and a fragmented development team is already bad, but the game's biggest killer was time. Sega desperately wanted to have the game released for the 2006 holiday season. Not only would this prove financially feasible, but the game would miss Sonic's 15th anniversary if it was delayed any further. So, Sega rushed Sonic Team, and due to the immense pressure, they were forced to ignore many of the game's technological issues. Sonic Team was fully aware they had a broken and woefully incomplete game on their hands, but they also had to needlessly ignore the realities to get the game out on time. Sonic Team's head Takashi Iizuka told Game Informer, quote, "We missed out on that really important time to polish and tune and manipulate the map and made sure that the gameplay felt good. But it didn't have that. It didn't turn out as good as the development team wanted."
You keep getting in my way, you pesky little hedgehog!
Sonic the Hedgehog for the Xbox 360 was released on November 14th, 2006, and was met with immediate disdain. The team's fears were realized. The game was a complete mess, full of glitches, lengthy load times, a terrible control scheme, and a horrid camera that often infuriated players. However, even if you were to overlook the staggering amount of technical issues, a major note about the game's story that caused controversy was the implied interspecies romantic relationship between Sonic and the human princess Elise. To this day, no one from Sonic Team has commented on how such a storyline unfolded. However, in an interview with GameSpy, Elise's voice actress, Lacey Chabert, defended the relationship, stating, quote, "It's not an inappropriate relationship. Let's just say Sonic and Princess Elise have an attraction for each other." She also dismissed the criticism as silly.
Elise, smile.
Rather than celebrate the franchise's legacy and usher in an exciting new generation, Sonic the Hedgehog 2006 all but killed the series and its reputation. Sega Sammy Holdings president Haruki Satomi told CNBC that after the Sonic 06 disaster happened, he vowed to, quote, "never let it happen again," and that he, quote, told his development and sales team that they should not release the game unless they 100% agree with and are confident with the quality. Well, come on! Sonic Boom happened under your watch, Mr. Satomi! How did you let that one slip? The development of this game was like a game of Jenga. Maybe it could have shouldered one or two obstacles, but enough blocks were dislodged over time that the whole thing crumbled. This development story is a tragic one, and it proves that terrible games are often made with good intention. Not one person in particular is to blame for this atrocity, not even Sega, and not Yuji Naka. They were left with a fragmented development team, they were caught off guard by the Wii's development kits, and they wanted to ensure the game's release for the series' 15th anniversary. Yes, the latter part seems to be the primary reason behind the game's failure, but you can't deny the intentions were good. If there's one positive thing I can say about Sonic 06 though, the soundtrack was an epic banger.
I don't think he's dead yet. I'm sure of it. It's not too late.
In the mood for more awesome gaming content? Be sure to check out this video here on Mojo Plays, and don't forget to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos.